What's up, everyone? Nethervoid here with more Cities Skylines for you today, episode 52, and the continuation of the removal, with great prejudice, of the Joe Stugart off-ramps. So, Joe Stugart fought this off-ramp rip-out job, and is fighting his own district's rip-out job of his, what he feels, one of the best-looking off-ramps in the city, and has no issues. I mean, look right here, people are obviously not using the same lane, so the problem must not be his off-ramp, the problem is people are dumb and they don't realize that it's actually working. But people think, hey, this is not working, and it did not work over here. It caused the great massive pileup of, I think, 2033, if I remember correctly, and the cars were lined up all the way out to here, as we talked about in other episodes, and also episode 50, and was causing similar issue over here in the QNX Industrial Supercenter, which, as we know, is still having some issues, I think, because we need to split this up a little bit, so we're going to be doing something different. I have something in mind for this, and the QNX executives have been working with the council, the planning commission, to rebuild this whole district into something that's a little bit more workable for the amount of traffic that needs to flow in and out of their district, and especially if we're going to be making as much money as possible in this district. So we're going to get to, the council has said, you know what, we are tired of listening to you, Joe. You don't hold the sway you once did in this town, and we're ripping your frickin' your interchange out right here, your off-ramp system, because we're going to expand these districts, and your little off-ramp system is going to hold us back, so we're totally gutting it. But we also want you to know that behind your back, we've been planning these districts, these expansions, and they are not going to look like your horrible excuse for a system that you've got, that you think is beautiful. We've got our own idea based on a lot of information from the UC Nethersville students, Jody Breesley was brought in on this project, and also Jay Morgan and a few other people that are much better than your pathetic existence, Mr. Stugart. So if you will step aside, we will commence with the destruction of your crappy off-ramp, the last one in this awesome city that's had to endure your craziness. Thank you, but no thank you, and let's get to removing this piece of junk here. And so Joe goes to cry while he watches his what he thinks is a masterpiece off-ramp come crumbling down around his face, and the city rejoices as they lose access to their homes for months and months and months, and one can only assume or be confounded as to how they're getting to work or buying groceries for their children or other things like that while this obviously multi-year process happens. No one is really sure. Let's just put it that way. So we've ripped it out with great prejudice, cars floating in the air and everything. These people are going to be really upset when they come back to reality and find out that their precious street that they just assumed would be there when they started driving on this off-ramp is no longer in existence. So let's get this freaking off-ramp in that I had, that was graciously constructed and engineered and still doesn't fit probably. And it's not going to fit, but it fits over here, so we might just move the streets, as we constantly do. But it's also because we've got extra street in here that we're going to destroy with great prejudice. But it was designed by a team at UC Nethersville. This is the wrong one, by the way. This is the old one, I think. Yep, and this one does not work because, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but this is the one that we know will work, because look, it's fitting in almost perfectly already. If we go back to the original version of this, it is not working, and I will tell you why, and I think I know why this crap's not working anymore. We're going to have to fix other ones too. But it's time to slap in a proper on-ramp here. Anyway, a team from UC Nethersville, led by none other than John Little, a up-and-coming engineer in Nethersville, and also approved and was kind of watched over by Jody Breesley and Jay Morgan to say, you know what, this is good, keep working, kid, because you got a future in Nethersville if you can get this thing to work correctly. And as the ambitious person John Little is, said, you know what, don't worry about it, sir and ma'am. I will make sure that this works out for the city and for you guys. So let's slap in his monstrous creation, and I will tell you exactly why it needs to be in. And are we destroying services here? What's the problem? What's the problem here, John Little? What seems to be the major issue here? It's looking like it's street and or services, because that's a police department. John, we're not certain this is working. And he says, sirs and ma'ams and all those things, give me a chance. Give John Little a chance. Okay, just move this piece of crap. We'll work on it later. Alright, we will work on that small piece of who caresvilles later. Just let me get my massive monstrosity great off-ramp system in, and you will be so glad that you waited for me to get this thing in. That's what he said to her. By the way, I have not said that joke, hopefully in a while, but it's still pretty funny, I think. Okay, so let's get this crap in here. It's still not fitting. It fits there, and I turned it again like a moron. Come on. That is lining up pretty well right there. Let's go to the extreme bird's eye view on, let's see here. Oh, that's beautiful right there. It's going to destroy a lot of commercial buildings. Nobody gives a crap. And I hope it works, because it's in. So, as you can see, this is not your typical off-ramp system right here, because it's also a 4-lane freeway interchange. Isn't that beautiful? I built this in the asset editor, and I figured out why the asset editor is not helping me out lately, and I will tell you why in a little bit. But let's hook this sucker in and get to work. Now, as usual with existing 6 lanes, it's going to look a little weird. We probably just need to redraw this whole thing. I really want to use the grid, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to. Luckily enough, though, we get to move this sucker out and kind of fix this part up, because I really don't like the way this bottleneck works. What I am going to prefer to do here is move this and probably grid this thing. Well, actually, let's see what we can do here. Let's just try to destroy this and see what happens. If we destroy this and just draw it straight in here. Nope, wrong button. Will it fit? It will. It's going to be a little bit crooked. Or I can just redraw this whole thing and say, forget about it, right? Let's do that. Now, we've known from the past that the best way to do it is to overdraw. So let's do that. Now, there might be a node there, so this might not actually work. Yeah, see, we didn't overdraw enough. Let's destroy this. All this stuff's going to need to be destroyed. Now there's going to be a node there, so it's still not going to let us. Oh no, there was no node. Well, let's do it again. So, as Joe Stugart goes to lick his wounds, we see them. Why is it doing this? Why are you doing this? I think you're dumb. I think you're just mentally insane. Okay, well, let's do it the other way, I guess. Let's draw this out and connect it up. And why does this not connect now? Seriously? Really? Ugh, God, this is annoying. Okay, that's fairly straight. Sort of not really. It's poking out a tiny bit. Let's just kill this whole freaking thing. Okay, so we're going to come down to something like that. And then we're going to connect into here. Exactly the way I already freaking had it. Okay, so that works. A lot of buildings can stay where they are, and it's actually pretty much on the grid. That's awesome. So we're going to be able to turn this on pretty quick, because the only things that really need to connect are these two, and we can turn it back on. I'm probably going to kill this, because I want the traffic to flow back through the veins. I don't really need people exiting right here. It's going to kind of screw things up, I think. So let's see what we can do about straightening out this side. Let's destroy the whole thing. And let's draw this down. Let's see, page down. Into where we think is gonna line us up with this. Isn't that gorgeous? Not really, but oh, that is. See? And it straightens out our little issue with, oh my God, how's this working kind of a thing. Let's just add this back in, because the citizens, you know, they got used to it and they want this part of their little You know, why is that not working? It seems odd to me. Oh, I know why. Because we didn't work off this stub. So let's do that. Let's get it in there all not really natural-like, apparently. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to page up as soon as possible. And then we're going to draw it over. And then we should be able to draw this one in. And it's pretty much straight. So that's good. Now let's fix the direction. This is outbound. Yeah, this is okay. Well, that's odd, because, oh, that's the outbound as well. That's the turnaround. This is the inbound. Okay, we've got that pretty much worked out. Make sure this is still the inbound. It is. This is the inbound. Yes, we're good. So now we just need to... Whoa, autosave. We just need to... Whoa, what are you doing? Just need to hook it back up to the freeway, and then we're pretty much good to go. We can destroy this stuff back a little bit, because I want to make the freeway nice and curvy, as usual. But we're going to go with this, well, we'll just do this, and then we're going to upgrade the other parts of the city. The freeway here, because we want it to be nice. We want it to not have issues with, and I think we need to destroy this back a little bit, with sound pollution. Because we do have some residential here. Alright, so let's go with this. There we go, that's a much better curve. And fix the direction. Oh, that's good. Now we're going to do upgrade to this guy. We're just going to continue along here. There we go. And because this thing's running next to a lot of residential, we'll upgrade it right there. And it's also happening here, so let's upgrade this part over here and maybe this. Okay, let's keep doing that. And I don't think offices care too much about pollution, but let's do it anyway. I know these guys don't. We're going to downgrade this because I want it to be more realistic. It is realistic, but I think in this city, people are going to not want, you know, money to be spent for no reason or anything. And I don't think industrial cares about noise pollution. Okay, so I think that's good. I think that's working really well, actually. So, yeah, that's the big secret from episode 50 that you didn't know about, is... Sorry about that. Is a freeway going right through here, connecting up with here, and then connecting again down here, and adding more freeway to our little system here, because we use the freeway quite a lot in our traffic solutions. And I think these districts should be too big to just have our old system, so I'm basically splitting them up. So we're going to have a splint into here, probably. Most likely we're going to have access to the freeway off of these two. I don't know how that's going to work. Probably just have to destroy some of the stuff and put in one of these guys. But it's also going to be here, so that's going to be kind of weird. I don't know, we might not do a lot of access right in here. We might just do something like this where it's just, well, that's a lot of access, but I don't know what we're going to do yet. Right now we're not too concerned. We might not even give any access right here. They can come out here and get access to the freeway. They don't need to worry too much about having their own access right here. Actually, that's a good idea. That's probably how we're going to do it. Actually, I do like that idea. Okay, so that's in. This will be destroyed. Let's fix that now. I think we need to move some services here. We've got a couple services. Let's move this guy. Where can we move this guy? We don't want to move it to there. That's not going to work either. Well, that will work. The problem really is it's going to destroy a building. I guess we don't care. Let's put it there. Move this guy as well to, I don't know, here. We already have a park right there. We could probably just put it here. Nobody gives a crap. Alright, let's put it there. And then let's destroy this piece with Great Prejudice as well. It's a real huge eyesore to the community because it's really not straight. It's not drawn correctly. So this piece is going to destroy everything, pretty much. And I think what we can do is we're going to... Okay, I didn't want to upgrade that. What did I just upgrade it to? Okay. What? Maybe it's going the wrong direction now. Yeah, it is. So, how's this working? Now, this is uneven terrain, but what I want to do is I kind of want to... I don't want an upgrade. I wanted to get a sense of where this is, where that piece is. Let's destroy this. Let's draw this out a little bit. And what we're going to do is connect this. And we're going to destroy it in a second, but what I want to do, and that's going to really mess things up. Let's not do that. We don't care. We don't want this in there, which means we don't want that either. So what I'm going to do is try to just line this up. I think right there is about where we need to probably start going down. So we're going to do page down right there so it kind of matches up. We're going to do it all the way out to here on the grid. And then we're going to go in, which is not working. I know what will work. This. Okay, so let's destroy back a little bit. I think this is working out rather well, actually. And this connects back, which now it won't. The slope is too steep. That sucks for us. I didn't realize the slope is so different over here. We might have to curve it a little bit. That's going to be fine for now until we do expansions, okay? So let's get it up to... I want to say, let's just do this. Maybe we can come over here and do kind of a connect in like that. There we go. And this is if you want to turn around. And this is if you're coming in this direction. There we go. So that district is set up again. We're good to go. Now let's fix this one, which we're going to have to move this guy. And he's really not going to like this. I really want to get rid of that straight line, or that curved line. We're going to do that over here, because I can't fit the services in otherwise. So let's move this. I don't care how much it costs to move. Right now, everything's all screwed up anyway. We're going to move it to there. Then I'm going to destroy this. We're going to draw this in straight so we have more room for services. And we got to move another service. Okay, that's no problem. Joe Stugart, nowhere to be found. Completely disgusted with what we're doing to his district. But who cares? We got the people that need to get stuff done in here, and they're fixing everything and saying, you know what? We wouldn't have to fix this crap if you would have just listened to everyone else, Joe, and not been such a D-bag. Not be such a D-bag about all this. So let's move it to there. Let's move the university. Where could we put that? I think we could probably stop. I think we could probably leave the police station on that side and put the university on this other side. Will it fit? It won't. So we're going to put the university on the other side. We don't have that yet, so we're going to have to move the university twice, which is awesome. Not really. We can also probably put the hospital over there. We don't want that. We don't want to destroy that. Nope. Let's move the police station first. And we might have to move the crematorium or whatever. We can do that. It's not a big deal. Why is that not snapping correctly? Why can't it just go right there? Well, let's move it all the way over as far as we can. Oh, it's probably because it won't fit. Okay, well, this guy's not that large. The fire station's fairly tiny. And it fits. Perfect. Because we can't put stuff on the inbound anyway, right? So we're going to move this guy now. Oops, nope. We have the space. We have the technology. This is costing us a lot. We don't care. We've got tons of... Well, we don't have as much money as we used to, but we kind of have tons of money anyway. Okay, so again, for this, we're going to draw it straight out. This is pretty simple. We've been doing this a lot. And then we're going to go page down. And we really want to come right off of that as well, because it's what we did over here. So let's do it here. Page down should get us exactly the same, and it does. This is the outbound, so let's turn it around. There we go, and let's kill this piece. So that is going to do it for now. We are going to have to make some other changes, like moving this to here, which is fine. That's kind of what we wanted to anyway. But then it's not going to be able to double back, so we got to move it to here. So let's do that now, because again, we don't want too much crap going on in here if we can help it. Which means we're going to have to destroy this, because it's no longer going to work. And we really want to come to just right... Well, we might have to draw this out a little bit. And it's going to destroy some stuff, but we don't care. And it was snapping all over like crazy, so let's redraw this. I want it to be straight. See how it's snapping all over? Alright, now we'll draw this straight into it. There we go. Now we can kill this. Change the direction. There we go. Everybody's happy. Well, except Joe Stewart. Joe. You sorry excuse for a piece of crap. Okay. Everybody hates Joe. That's like a show, isn't that? That's pretty much a show, isn't it? Alright, let's go to there with this guy. These are going to be a little bit slightly different and redrawn. Let's fix this because now it won't fit out to there as we usually do it. Let's rezone. We really can turn this back on, but I want to get everything up and running. And really what we're going to want to do now is this is commercial, isn't it? So let's do this. Let's rezone this. Let's unzone it. Technically, only this is commercial. And this is residential. Actually, no. Shouldn't it be... Well, that's going to make commercial in here. We don't want that. So we'll just do this. There we go. This is also commercial. That's fine for now. We will be demolishing that when we do the upgrade. But I think we're fairly good to go. Oh, this is incorrect now. Goes in that way. I think we're good. I think we've fixed this thing. We've added this new system in, and I think we're ready to start back up. Nope, we have services that need to be moved that are no longer connected. Where can this go? Pretty much right where it was before. No, it's in the way of itself now. Wait, why? That's coming out, that's why. Well, that's going in. That's the whole point of this, isn't it? We could put it on this side. We'll probably have to move it again, but who cares? Is that better than this? Not really. Wait, we already have one in there. What's this really helping with? Shouldn't this be on this side? That would help us a lot more. Let's do that. Let's move that to here. Alright, we're going to move the fire department. That's going to help a lot more. Crematoriums, I don't know if it really matters. Let's just put it right there. Again, that doesn't help, though, on this side. What if we put it in here? That doesn't help. We need to put it on this path more. Ooh, that's a good spot for it. Right there. Alright, so we relocated that guy as well. What was in there anyway? Office buildings or something? Yeah, that's okay. Alright, we're good. Redraw this. Commercial here. On the outbound, which is fine if people stop. There's nothing really here. We're not going to rezone this part because we're going to probably be moving this commercial. I want to probably centralize the commercial, I think, because of the way I'm thinking about using some train terminals and stuff. So let's get this guy back on. Maybe rezone a couple of things here that need rezoning. This could be rezoned, I think. Well, we're going to have to draw the marquee. So let's do that. So Jody Breesley's happy. You know, John Little's doing a great job. He also oversaw the project to get this stuff up and running. And we're going to unzone this low density and rezone it with high. He oversaw this project as well, and he's very, very pleased as well. And he thinks this is a great idea. And we're going to put residential right there. So it's time to get the city back online now that we've done all these differences and everybody's going to get rerouted. And I want to see what happens with our new off-ramp system here and see if we can get something better going on here. This looks good. I already like how the traffic's working. Now, there's not a lot of flow in this area. There is a lot of flow in the Stuttgart district because there's just a lot of cars in here. Now, you can see all the cars are piling up in the first 3 rows here, or these other rows, because they're going to go back in. They're coming off this freeway splint, okay? If we had a way for these guys to get over to here, it would be they wouldn't have to go around like this. They'd just go straight into the input right there. Or straight into here, even. That would be great. But we've got some slowdown because of that, because everybody... Well, probably these guys are actually turning all the way around into here. That's the problem there. So we're going to have to fix a couple things about traffic in here, which again is the reason why we needed to kill this and start coming in with some different traffic ideas. I really wanted this to just go right there. But then there's no out. We can have it go through. Why don't we do that? Let's do that. Let's put a light here. Let's see how this works. So Joe Little's or John Little's in here trying to help these guys out with their traffic issues and we might have to rework, he says, we might have to rework this whole district. And then Joe Stugart says, I'm not even dead yet. You're already gonna rebuild my district. And I'm like, you know, they're like, yeah, maybe. So this could help us, we'll see. I think this is gonna help this traffic pile up anyway. But we're gonna have this problem that we're having now, where people are switching over because it doesn't come into right here. So that's going to be a problem. I think that traffic is flowing a little bit better, using more lanes. Going to have a backup here. I knew that was going to happen. But them's the breaks, pretty much, with a system like this. So I think what we can do, we'll get back to this district. We're going to be rebuilding this whole district. What we're going to do is put the new Stugart district in. And then we're going to re-envision this district, probably with the same setup that we have for stuff like Breesley Heights, with a little bit better artery vein system, like that's basically you see here, that splits all the cars up really nice. We're almost to the end of this episode, but let's look at some other stuff. Maybe some traffic over here. Ooh, it's piling up over here. People trying to get on the freeway. And sometime, what I like to do is just do this. Let's do a curve. Because it looks like they're mainly just trying to get over there. So this is what I like to do. I usually have a couple of extra on-ramps to the freeway here. So let's do this one back here. And then let's do another one over here. Space occupied. Why is it occupied? Let's just do a straight line. Like that. And sometimes even one right here, because that can help people get on the freeway. There's really nothing here. Although that's going to really hurt. So why don't we do this? We don't want to destroy any structures. And then maybe we can do... Ooh, that's perfect. There we go. There's another way for people to get on the freeway. You know, and probably what I can do is do this. If it's going to work like that, can't we just build it straight? Yes, we can. Oh, well, he'll be back. Oh, because it did mess it up a little bit. It's one size smaller now. But I think that's going to help the traffic getting out of here. These guys might need something like that too, so let's give them the same thing. Like that. I think that's a good idea. Help people get out of the system here without causing pileups. We've got some issues with people using only one lane again to get this traffic working. Why are they doing that? The freeway system was kind of odd. We might not have enough off-ramps in here. We've got too long of a distance without somewhere to off-ramp to. Like, off-ramping to here would be good, although really it doesn't save a lot. The traffic is a little bit better. It's very heavy right here. But I've got some ideas as to how I want to change industrial areas. But that seems to have cleared up the traffic issue we've got here. Let's see if we can fix another issue. I think the issue is just them coming around here. So maybe what we can do is add another way to get in. Let's see if this might help our traffic issues a little bit. Oh, there's a service there. That's what's not working with this. So let's move that service. I think I can move it to anywhere. Let's move it to... Well, let's just interrupt only one dude. That won't work. Oh, well, let's move it to there. Now that I think... No, we got to rezone. There we go. So let's get another one in here, another off-ramp to get us into here, maybe. That really kills that part of the industry. But again, we're going to be redoing this part. So we've got a few cars hopefully going to be using that. But this district really needs a lot of help. This interchange can't do everything. If you overload your industrial area, no amount of interchanging is going to help you. It's just not. You've got to really use the train system. And we're going to be using a couple other systems too to help us out. I think in the next episode, I really just wanted to get this in. Episode 52 here. We're almost out of time. I think this is a much better system. We will see hopefully this traffic change a little bit as we put in this other section of the this design here. We're going to split this off into the other side. Or we'll see probably a freeway interchange, because I think this is going to connect directly to the freeway. So this should only be servicing this district. But I really want to come off the freeway, so we might not even need this 6-lane, actually. That's a very interesting thought. If this does have freeway access, why do we need this 6-lane in here? We don't know. We kind of don't need the 6-lane at that point. So we're still figuring out this area. I'm still designing that in my head. We're going to be back on this probably after... I don't know, I need to do my bus system really soon because I need to get some cars off the freeway. The freeway can only handle so many vehicles. As you can see, it's not going to last forever. Another system I want to do is this other idea I have with trains. So I don't know what's going to happen in episode 53. You're just going to have to stay tuned. Jody Breesley, the Tambourine family, which there's a new up-and-comer from the Tambourine family helping our city out with ideas. Joe Stugart, nowhere to be seen. He's just fuming. He can't believe what we've done to his glorious area over here. And let's get this zone back in. I don't know why we didn't do it. And we also need to get this zone back in. Oh, that's commercial. This needs to be zoned commercial. So that's a problem. Zoned commercial. There we go. So stay tuned as you and I both see what happens in episode 53. As always, stay frosty.